Hi, so here we are at the start of a new year, and people around the world are still questioning so much. We're starting to think about, the new strain. The pandemic is still, in full effect. We're starting to question what's going to happen with the vaccine and how we're going to get it. And let's face it, many people are still dealing and still living with the fact that they've lost family members, jobs, and relationships. And while we're hoping that this year's going to be different, the truth is, if we want change, we have to show up this year as the best versions of ourselves. There's one factor that is holding us back, and that's what I want to talk about today, and that is about letting go. Letting go of the past is one challenge that we as humans have to constantly work on in order to get past it. We wear our trials and our failures as badges, maybe to share with someone that we're talking to about how shitty our lives are. And I don't know why we do this. Maybe it's to get sympathy, or maybe we want some empathy from the person that we're talking to. We hold on to the past because we're not ready to let go of a certain situation, or to let go of a certain emotion. And it could be because of a breakup or a failed business. It could be anything that deals with the affairs of the heart. We don't let go because there's a level of comfort in holding on. If we let go of that emotion, and we let go of that situation, there's an uncertainty of what's going to happen in the future. So what do? We hold on tight. These emotions are so strong and so tough to let go of. And I'll give you an example. I want you to think back to a day event, something that was global. I can remember remember where I was the New Year's Eve of 1999. We were super excited to welcome the new millennium and super concerned about what was going to happen with Y2K. But the truth is, guys, is that we remember this situation because there's an emotion attached to it. If there's one thing that I'm sure about is that nothing is going to change unless we are ready to make the change. So how bad do you want it? How bad do you want this year to be different? Tony Robbins says that change happens when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change. The question that needs to be answered is how? How do we let go? So I want to share with you 5 really key points to help you in letting go. Point number 1, you have to be ready. A smoker knows it's bad to smoke, but ask them how difficult it is for them to quit. So point number 1 is really about having a situation that you must change from. You have to be ready to change. Point number 2 is identifying behaviors. So what do you do when you're emotional? Do you eat unhealthy food? Do you shop? Do you overdrink or use drugs? Or do you have meaningless sex? But changing how you behave when you're emotional is key. So can you find some different methods? So let's talk about a few of those methods. Meditation. Everybody's talking about meditation. And there are some really great resources. But this is one way that really is beneficial to help you control your emotions. And as a matter of fact, I'm working on some meditations that I'm going to share with all of you. So stay tuned. Doing something creative is also a wonderful way of redirecting the emotions and the behaviors. So things like visual arts, painting, maybe you draw, or maybe you enjoy pottery. Maybe you're an actor and you're part of a play, or you decide that you're going to pursue a dream that you had of being part of a production. Or maybe you're into gardening and maybe you like building inukshuks. Whatever it is, doing some sort of activity that releases that creative expression. One super important way is to help others, to stop focusing on you and to examine how you feel when you're helping a family member or a friend. Have you ever gone to a soup kitchen and helped out? Have you ever gone on a street patrol and handed out food and blankets and clothes to the homeless or to those that need them? Point number 3, examine the mind. So if you've ever been on a diet, you monitor everything that you put in your mouth. Well, when it comes to your mind, you have to monitor every thought that you have. And I know that that's a daunting task. But if you want to lose weight or gain muscle, you have to do it that way. You have to monitor what goes in your mouth. Well, if you want to let go and have a clear mind, you have to monitor your thoughts. Now, this is a really big topic, and I'm sure I can do an entire video series just on this. But if you're interested in learning more about that voice that's inside your head, I recommend you pick up a book called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. I have said it before, but this book is life-changing. It really helps in understanding and providing perspective on what or who that voice is inside your head. In fact, one of my favorite parts is in the chapter called Who Are You? And he says, you are not your thoughts. You are aware of your thoughts. Number 4, focus on the things that you can control. As a student of choice theory, I have really come to love and really identify the basic premise of this psychology, and that is that we can only control our own behaviors. We can't control anyone else's. And so much time and energy is we focus on trying to change how someone feels or how someone behaves. We can't do that. So what we need to do is take an inventory of what it is that we can control. And this is super helpful because we have the ability to take a shitty situation and learn from it instead of doing the impossible of trying to go back and changing it or changing the situation or changing the outcome. You don't need to be controlled by the past. You need to learn from it. Number 5, positive words and positive thoughts. Start your day with positive words, positive affirmation. Start to change the lenses in which you see the world. Have an attitude of gratitude. When we fill our lives with positive thoughts and we use positive words, we start to welcome and invite positive things in our lives. Start writing a journal. Start writing a gratitude journal. And you're in luck. I know a guy who has this really great morning routine that has sheets on that you can start writing on. We have all heard for many people that you are the company you keep. And I believe 100% in this. Surround yourself with positive people that are living the best versions of themselves. I used to say to my students, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. If you need to change the people that you spend your time with, then so be it. You are the director of this movie, this thing called life. So you get to choose the cast members. And when all of this pandemic is over, join groups, online groups, or join meetups and be with people that are passionate, that share the same passion as you. I really hope this helps and brings some light to letting go. If you want to start the new year on the right foot, then it's really important that you don't bring what happened last year into this year. Please like and share this video. Connect with me if you have any questions. I really look forward to seeing you soon. Have an awesome start to the year. Peace.